Put my chick inside some Louis and some Valentino. Put my bro inside some Gucci and some Moschino. They want my money like it's a casino.
So you know, a lot of people don't know you, right? They know you as it's your Poku Banks, baby. Like you're a finance guy, you're an entrepreneur now. They don't know like how to be with you, because I met you like an hour ago, right? And you're a cool person, innit? So like, what sort of things do you do in your life that people that don't know? I love entrepreneur. Leave everything that people know. What sort of things that you do that people no one knows?
I would say I love music a lot. So in terms of that, I listen to a lot of music. I like to analyze music. I watch commentary channels about music. And even when it comes to festivals as well, I'm on it. Like if Wireless is there, if any concerts there, Rolling Loud, I'm on it. Like when it comes to music, I love music. I do a lot of that in my spare time. Also, I love anime. Anime is... Yeah, hell yeah, I watch anime.
I don't.
You don't watch anime? I watch One Piece, I watch Dragon Ball Super, I watch Jujutsu Kaisen. You know, if you...
Yeah, you do watch them.
Yeah, of course.
I don't watch them, but I know people watch them.
Yeah, no, anime, again, I love that. Anime is something I watch a lot. Like, a lot of people think I don't watch TV or some bullshit. Like,
yeah, because a lot of people think we're entrepreneurs, we always just study and
yeah, I play FIFA, as you can see. I play FIFA. I don't play games that much, but you know, I play.
Give it a little bit like.
Yeah, literally spare. In my spare time, I play FIFA to cool off. Yeah.
Based on your you listen to music. You mentioned a lot of time, like 3-5 times, right? So who's your favorite artist? Like, who do you listen to the most?
My favorite is NBA YoungBoy. That's my GOAT. Never Broke Again. I like Lil Baby, Lil Durk. I like No Cap, and Pusha.
No Cap.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
So it's like, you know, when you listen to these rappers, they must inspire you somewhere, some other way, right? Because you can't just listen to someone that does not inspire you, right? As an entrepreneur, everything inspires you, right? So what do you pick up from these kind of artists? Like, what do you see that you can put into your game?
One thing I will say about music, at the end of the day, it is all entertainment. So their job is to say stuff that sounds good, but it may not be good in theory, like in practice. So for example, some rappers be saying, I buy all my whips cash. Now, it sounds nice to say that, but in reality, that's not, as an entrepreneur, that sounds stupid. Like, why would I buy all my whips cash? Make use of financing, make use of your cash flow. It makes no sense. But if anyone, I look up to Lil Baby the most when it comes to the finances. He's just someone I rate highly. He just does his thing. He's young. He's just killing it. And I like listening to his music because he talks about money, he talks about, you know, a lot of materialistic stuff. And it just inspires me to keep going, literally.
Yeah, when you was young, right? Because you were talking about that guy, the guy that scammed you. What's his name?
Elijah Oyefezo.
Yeah, Elijah Oyefezo, right? How you were talking about cars and all that. So what's your favorite car? Like, what car are you trying to cop this next few years and that? Tell me.
A big one, I want a Lamborghini Urus. That's
the loud one.
Yeah, I want I like the big SUV. I just like it. I just feel like.
Yeah, I don't like them. You know, I like the small ones like Mercedes Coupe.
Oh, coupes I like, 2-seaters. I do like them. Don't get me wrong. There will be. To be fair though, let me get it twisted. If I was to buy a Lamborghini Urus, I'd probably have 2 cars anyway. So I might have a coupe and a big one. So if I want a small thing, I'll do a small thing. And if I want a big, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So in your life today, right? Your life right now. You know how your life is, right? You can just, once someone said your life, you can just see it in your life right now. So what's one biggest lesson you've learned in your life, like that no one knows and no one has seen?
No one cares. Okay, no one cares about your struggle until like you make it, kind of. No one really cares about your struggle until you make it. So like all these problems you have, all this complaining you're doing, it's not gonna do you any good. No one cares. Some people just want to hear you like complain because it makes them feel happy. Like trust me, no one really cares until you make it. Once you make it, then people start listening. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing this finance thing from a long time ago, but you know what it is? When they see other people like, listen to my advice, then they start thinking, oh wow, this is actually, I should start taking this in. But I've been the same guy from a long time, so no one really cares until
you've been doing this for a long time. As you just said right now, you've been doing it for a long time. What's 3 things that keeps you inspired and motivated to go and chase that bag?
Number 1, my family. To keep doing it for them. I want to retire them I'll make sure they're all good.
Your mom, your dad, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I'll make sure they're all good. Number 2 for myself, because I feel like I owe myself a lot. I've sacrificed lots of nights. There's been lots of times I said, I don't go out here, or I don't do this, or I didn't go to that event because I wanted to save money or do whatever. So I owe myself, a great time. And number 3, even to my audience, you guys, because again, once I show you guys it's possible, it'll be a lot easier for you lot to, put in more work and take it. Literally, they'll see your journey. Because again, I want to document my journey from rags to riches, essentially. So that's what I'm doing. So I feel like with other people, right, they get rich and then they start preaching online. I want to get rich while I'm preaching online. So then it's like, oh wow, it's actually working.
Yeah, they can just look through.
They can just see it. Like, that's why I don't delete any of my old Instagram posts, because I want people to see the progression. So from where I've come from. Yeah, literally. I just want people to see it. I don't delete any of my old. Nah, I want people to see it so they can go through a journey. So, yeah, that's what I would say. So, family, myself, and for the audience.
Right. You know, like a few years ago when you was young, you had some goals, right?
Yeah.
You're looking like when you think you're like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be this. That's when you were young. Right now, what's your goals right now? If you don't mind telling them, because the way you tell, like, about when you speak it out loud, it makes you want to get it more to improve, to show them. What's your goals right now?
My goals.
Or are they still the same from when you were young?
From when I was young, I've hit. Okay, cool. So one of my main goals when I was young was to become a financial spokesperson. I've done that. Another one of my goals was to become, make like £1 million from trading. That's something that's still in the process. But I would say that's one of my main goals, making way more money from trading. That's one of the main goals. So that's why even with YouTube, I've put that on a back pedal, but I'm gonna get more active with that.
Right, you see me, I'm an entrepreneur as well, as you know, right? And this is one thing I've been struggling with right now. And I'm asking you as a friend, innit? So because you've been doing it longer than me, right? So how do you blend in your life, your business life, and your private life? How do you blend it in, like, to the point where you fulfill everything in one day or 1 week?
You know what, actually? I don't like to blend it because it creates confusion between friends, family, all sorts. I like to keep it separate. Like, when there's personal time, it's personal time. When there's business time, it's business time.
Yeah, that type of
Business time, I just try to do it by myself because it's hard to do business time with friends. It's just so hard because that's when the blend comes in. And I don't like mixing pleasure. I don't like mixing friends and business. Normally it doesn't really end well. Normally, sometimes it can work well, but normally it don't really end well. So, but more time management. I have a diary. I write down what I got to do for the day. Cool. If I want to chill, I write down. Okay, I want to chill from 3 to 5 p.m. Then from 5 onwards, we shoot an interview, and then maybe from 9 p.m. onwards, it's a chill time. Do you get what I'm saying? So I set out certain blocks of the day to do work, and then certain blocks to chill. So that's what I say. I organize that. A lot of people, when they organize their day, they only set out the times they need to work. But I feel like it's great to set out times you want to chill as well. Because once you set that out, then it's more efficient.
Right, makes sense.
For example, after I finish training for the day, around 3, 4 p.m., I play a few games of FIFA just to cool off. Like, it's literally just what I do. Like, once I finish trading, I play FIFA to cool off. And then I go back again. I don't just, because it's a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
Cool. So this is the last question, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be naming one of the biggest people that I know that you probably know as well. I'm gonna try to get someone that you know, and you tell me one thing you've learned, or you like one thing you just when you hear that name, it just comes up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Mark, how do you say his name? Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
What I learned from him was, firstly, start the business whenever, because if he can start it at 19 in Facebook, in college, then why can't you? Number 2, he learns a lot from mistakes, and that's where I learned that from. Like, make use of your mistakes, because it's actually good to make mistakes. So that's what I learned from him.
Right, Jeff Bezos.
What I learned from Jeff Bezos, literally to crush all competition. Literally, this guy, whatever it is, he's buying it or he's going against it, like crush all competition.
Right, since you do properties, right? Mm-hmm. You know this person, Trump.
Yeah, Trump. You know what I learned from him is that if you just be yourself and be polarizing, yes, some people will hate you, but the people that love you, they will love you and they will ride. And they will ride to the end. Like, they will argue for days. Because even though the masses might hate him, the people that love him, they love him. Like, they love him. Like, do you get what I mean?
He also tells the truth and
He's just honest and I think he actually did okay in office, to be fair.
All right, and Robert Kiyosaki.
He's the GOAT. Rich Dad Poor Dad, that was the book for me that switched me on. That's what switched me on properly. That book, I read that when I was 17, and from there, life was different. From there, life was different, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I always pay respect. It doesn't matter what he's doing. I always pay respect to him. Always.
Do you focus on, like, are you capitalism?
Yeah, of course I'm a capitalist. Born naturally, yeah, naturally.
Good. So do you focus on the democratic, like?
No, I'm more focused. Well, to be fair, my own opinion on politics. It doesn't matter what government's in power. You should take control of your life. If you allow a government to dictate where your life goes in the future, then you're just weak as a person. I believe you should dictate your life regardless of whoever's in power.
Freedom of speech, then?
Yeah, of course I believe in freedom of speech. But I also believe in, just because Labour wins or just because Conservative wins, doesn't mean your life should change. You should be able to make so much that it's calm regardless. Or you can do something about it by moving or whatever.
Right, so what do you think about tax?
No, I think taxes, a lot of people think taxes are theft. Now, I think taxes are necessary just to, make sure the country runs, because the government needs to get money from somewhere. For example, bear in mind, the NHS is free, so it makes sense. It fully makes sense. NHS is free. They take the bins for me. They do, they make sure the roads are clean. They do construction. Yeah, taxes make sense. As a businessman, I can now pay less tax because I can avoid tax, essentially. This is legal, where you can write off business expenses and whatnot. Now, paying extortionate amounts, so the higher rate tax band, the 45% tax band, that one's a killer. That one's, it's bad. I don't like that tax band. That tax band is very, very expensive. That's where it gets like, okay, this is a little bit mad. But as a business owner, you can pay less tax than, some other counterparts, to be fair. So I don't think tax is theft. I do think it's necessary to, run the country efficiently. Do they tax too much? I mean, one can say one can say it's actually worthwhile and it's well judged. No, what's the word? One can say it's worth. What is it? One can say. Oh, I forgot the name.
What were you trying to say?
One can say it's worth it. Not worth it, but like it's another word for it.
All right, I forgot about the big boy, the one and only we all learn from. I don't know about you if you learn from him. What do you think about the owner of Tesla, Elon Musk?
He's just a fun guy. I rate him highly.
Me too, bro.
What he did, the biggest thing I rated from him was he sold his stake in PayPal. He got like 180 million, and according to the internet, they say he put 170 into Tesla and then 10 million into Solar City. So he spent all of the money he made from PayPal and reinvested it again to make way more money. Now, what you need to remember is this guy's made 180 million. You can retire off that for life. You can stop entrepreneurship.
He's still going. You know how old he is?
40 something?
Nah, he's not even 40, bro. 37.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know how long he has to conquer the world?
He has a long time. He has a very, very long time. And I just love what he does.
It's crazy, innit? His head is crazy. Like, you gotta be crazy to do that.
But I just love what he does. I rate what he does. Funny what he did with Doge as well. The fact that he turned such a rubbish coin into such an asset, you gotta respect it.
Crazy idea.
Literally.
What about Bill Gates?
Again, I'm a Microsoft guy. Again, I rate him highly as well. He does his he did his thing. I respect it highly. Literally.
Yeah, I've seen your TikTok, right? You always talk about like Warren Buffett wearing this. What do you think about him?
No, Warren Buffett is he is the best investor of all time, and I like his principles. When there's blood in the streets, make sure you're buying up assets, and then when everyone's there, when there's lots of greed, run away, because again, that's when prices are getting way too high. But with Warren Buffett's, practices and teachings, I love it. That's what I preach as well, and I believe in what he has to say about index funds and whatnot, long-term investing, all of these, practices. I take it in fully.
Right. And it seemed like you told me you support Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
So you're into football sometimes, innit?
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, I'm gonna name a player that I fully rate, and you tell me what you think about him in terms into business, what he does that you can bring into business. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, he's just yeah. Of course, he's one of the. It might depends on who you ask. He's one of the best players, playing right now. Depending on who you ask, some will say Messi. But anyways, in terms of business, yeah, he is killing it. I think he's got the most followers on Instagram. When he joined Juventus, their sales went up crazy. Even the Man United, crazy. He's just 30. He's just certified, long gone. He's just cold, very, very cold.
Man, that's the end of the video, man. As you can see, we got the superstar, the entrepreneur, Poku Banks. Man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and we out.
You already know, man. It's Poku Banks, baby.